Hello. Um, so this is the first of a series. Actually, this is just the first and only tutorial I'm going to have for a little program I like to call WarnGen. Um, so we're running Unidata's version of AWIPS, which, if you don't have it, is freely available from the Unidata website. Just Google Unidata AWIPS, and it should take you right there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So first, what we're going to do is go to our county warning area, which is the region that a specific National Weather Service office serves. Well, the first indication of where you are is going to be up here, the three-letter identifier, IND. This is the Indianapolis County Warning Area. So we go up here to this button. When you first fire up AWIPS for the first time, it's going to say CONUS. Go to WFO for Weather Forecast Office, and then give it a chance to initialize because it might take a little bit. My system's a bit slow, and I'm actually running this through a virtual machine. There we go. So we're choosing cities map, and then what you want to do is go over here to. There's two ways to load radar imagery. The first is to go up here to radar, next red stations, and then look for the one that you want. Mine's going to be KIND. And we'll load a 0.5 plus SRM. And then there we go. Oh, I like that. Alright. So we've got a few areas that we can possibly work with here for WarnGen. We've got a couple little snow showers down here that are barely visible, and we've also got one up here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick one that you can kind of see is moving. So these are snow showers, but for the purpose of training, I'm going to go ahead and cast these as severe thunderstorms with, I don't know, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I'll also go ahead and take you guys through a tornado warning, just because I can. So let's jump right into this. First thing you're going to want to do on the Unidata version is go up to the toolbar and click on the WarnGen button. It'll lag a little bit. You'll get it's off screen right now, I just brought it on screen. You'll get this little guy, and then you'll get the actual WarnGen window. So the WarnGen window has the product types that you can select. You've got the hazards. You've got all this stuff that you can do. And you also get this little centroid, this little drag me to storm guy. So what you want to do is click, drag down to the feature, and you'll get a WarnGen default polygon box. Well, as you saw in the animations, this was not moving northeast, this is moving southeast, so you're going to back it up a couple frames and bring it up to the feature. I usually I usually back up about four frames from the beginning, and then get that. You'll end up getting a track that, for this example, is moving southeast. So the first step to creating a warning after this is to go over here and click Redraw Box on screen from Track, and you get a new warning polygon. Now within the polygon, you'll see these little W's. Each W represents a county that's being warned. So, since this is a snow squall, or since it's a severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm using air quotes when I say that, we're going to go ahead and there we go. We're going to go ahead and keep the counties that are just barely being scraped out of this. So let's say the main threat is over central Greene County. Well, since we're pretty sure it's moving straight southwest or southeast, we're going to go ahead and cancel out Monroe County. We're going to go ahead and cancel out Owen County, and we're going to cancel out, what county is this? Davies County. So now we're just left with Greene County and Lawrence County. So Greene, Lawrence, and Martin counties. So now that we've got our polygon drawn, by the way, each of these vertices you can edit, and you can click and drag, You can add vertices. If you have a scroll wheel, press and hold, and it'll actually add a vertice. You can also, I think, subtract vertices by doing the same thing. Just click the scroll wheel, and it'll do it. It'll do its thing. So now I've got the polygon drawn. Let's see here. Go back. Unclick, and it does more on that one. Something I should note is that WarnGen will not let you warn counties that are not in your county warning area. So this thick white line, it contours the county warning areas. So let's say I drag this vertice out here. You'll notice that this part of the warning is shaded. This isn't. That's because this isn't in the county warning area that WarnGen is set, or that AWIPS is set to right now. This isn't in the Indianapolis County warning area. I believe this is. I believe this is the Louisville County warning area. Yeah, Louisville's down here. Oh yeah, because New Pekin had that EF4 back in 2012. All right, so just bring this back to the typical polygon. A good practice is to shape the polygon so that you've got some give if the storm decides to curve south or curve east or whichever way. Give it a little bit of give on either side. This way you're not surprised and don't have to issue another warning when stuff goes bad. So we've got the polygon drawn. You can select the product type. You can come over here, select the duration. You can select the basis for the warning. So for this one, we're going to say this is a Doppler radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So Doppler radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour winds. And then you've also got hail sizes in here. You can go locations impacted. Standard practice, just use list of cities. Don't use path cast unless it's a large and dangerous tornado or some major event like a high wind situation. Just use list of cities. You can also do a heads up for a large event or venue. And then calls to action. We'll just say generic threat, standard call to action, because we really don't need any major. We don't really need any heightened calls to action because we don't have anything higher than just a base severe thunderstorm warning. However, at the forecaster's discretion, you can report severe weather to law enforcement agency. You can stick that in the warning text. Then you come back down here. Make sure that your warning text is set. Make sure that you've got the time range you want. You can take it anywhere from 15 to 90 minutes for severe thunderstorm warnings. It varies by what you do. And then click Create Text, and it will generate your product. And then you get one of these little boxes that is basically called the AWIPS header block. So this has the WMO header and the site name, and you also got the AWIPS ID and who it's being addressed to. So hit enter because we don't need to change anything for that, and then you'll be able to edit. Anything in blue you can't edit. Anything in black you can. So just keep going down. Make sure it's all good. Something you do need to know is that if you're making these kinds of bulletins, anything that is in this style, it's got a wild card, which are these the exclamation point and the double star on each side. Anytime it's got one of those, you're going to have to change text in there. So name and initials. Use a signing. I use a signing pin. That's what I've always used. So just put in your signing pin or whatever you want to use. You got to come up here and do this one. Mainly rural areas of Greene County and moving southeast at 45 miles an hour. Make sure all the warning text is good. Make sure that it meets what you're looking for, and then hit send. Go ahead, and your warning has been sent out. And that is how to issue a base warning in WarnGen. Now let's say you made a mistake. Well, easy to do. All you have to do is correct it. So correct this one. Say instead you meant to say train spotters reported. Well, easy enough. Once everything else is good, create text. You'll again generate your product, enter, and you'll get this little guy up here. And the only difference is you'll see a COR instead of NEW for corrected. And then you'll be able to go through, change everything, do all that again. What was my 57? And then, yeah. Go up, make sure there's no wildcards, make sure there's nothing that you need to fill in, make sure your text meets what you're looking for. Click send again, go ahead, and you are safe. Now I do need to again mention that I'm not using the operational National Weather Service version. I'm using the Unidata version, which blocks sending of warning products to and from the AWIPS workstation. So now we got corrections. You can correct, update list, do all that. Now let's say it's been some time. We want to shrink the warning a little bit. Severe weather statement. So there's two ways you can do it. Either you can go over where you remember the warning being and right-click, and it'll bring the warning up, or you can come up to this list and follow up. So T continue this one, and this thread's moved. So let's say we want to just move these vertices to reflect the new warning. And yeah, that's really all you have to do. So once you've got your vertices picked, once you've got your vertices edited, go through here, make sure your threads are still applicable. Make sure that if you need to update, you can, and then additional reports if you need to include those. Go through, create text. You get this little guy generating product. Let's see here. We'll come over here, enter, and then there it is. And then severe weather statement. You've issued a severe weather statement. Make sure that you do need to sign it because you got that wild card. And I'll actually show you what happens if let's see here, edit, undo, or not. Let's see here, no. Let's see here. Name, initials. Alright. So I'm going to show you what happens when you try to send a warning like this. You've gone through, you've made sure all of your text is good, but say you forgot to say name, so send, and you must modify the selected region before sending or saving the product, and it'll highlight it for you. So then just do that, go through, make sure everything's good, click send, go ahead, and now your severe weather statement's put out. Now say you're an idiot and decided to send something out that you didn't want to, or something happened that you didn't expect that this storm suddenly weakens, well, you can cancel these things. So T can, and cancellation info. So let's say storm weakened and moved out. Report severe weather law enforcement agency, create text. It'll come through, click enter, and then yeah. And you can also go through and like I said, you can change any black text, so you can reflect that to say that say you had something was issued erroneously. I've seen that happen. That's how you do that. So sign, click send, go ahead, close, and your severe weather statements are now saying updated list, severe thunderstorm warning, and you can hit reset. It resets WarnGen, and now you've gone through creating, correcting, amending, and canceling any products that you create. I'll do a tornado warning in another video, and I will also show you how to customize WarnGen so you can get rid of the test wording and the unlocalized site. But for now, I believe that's it. I hope to see you again in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.